Guys, Nigeria will not kill me. Let's just go into the story time. But before we go ahead, can you guys see my drink? What should we call this drink? Because I made it from scratch. I'm thinking of orange tropical because it's giving some Tropicana vibes. Or whatever you guys want to call it, let me know in the comments section because I'm producing my own drink. Let's try it. Wow. A lot of orangey going on here. Orange Tropicana is literally the name for this drink. So before we go on to the story time, disclaimer, this ambulance was not for me. I was calling for my friend that needed an ambulance. So let's just go into the story time. So the story goes like this. On this day, around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., somebody came and woke me up. Stephanie. I woke up, I'm like, what's going on? We had a friend that was not feeling fine. So I was hanging out with some of my friends. We're using an Airbnb. We were 4 all together. So I and 3 other of my friends, right? And one of us was not feeling fine at night. She really looked like she was sick. She was not doing good at all. So we're now panicking. We're scared. We said, okay, let's rush her to the hospital. But we're in an Airbnb. We don't know anybody in the neighborhood. We don't have any vehicle. So we're like, what can we do? My other friend says, okay, let's call a Bolt or, Uber. But my other friend was like, they will take long, especially right now in the middle of the night, that it will take a really long time. So, so we're here trying to rack our brain. And then I remember at this point, I was 2 weeks in Nigeria. So I remember that when I was doing my normal errands, I had seen ambulance pass like twice in my stay so far, right? My brain goes, oh, wait, I saw an ambulance. Can't we call the ambulance? And my friends, they look at me like, oh, ambulance? I'm like, yeah, well, we're having an emergency. We need a vehicle. She needs treatment. Ambulance might be the best solution to what we are going through right now. They looked so shocked that I said ambulance. And I mean, obviously they knew what ambulance was, but I don't think they thought it was a possibility. And at the end of this story time, I understood why that was the case. But at this point, I was like, yeah, we'll just use ambulance. Oh Lord, my naive Canadian brain. Well, they're like, okay, cool, let's go. So I run to the room, grab my phone, and I'm Googling ambulance, right? Ambulance close to me, ambulance in our area, blah, blah, blah. So I think up to 5 or 6 suggestions show up. So I start calling them one after the other. I call the whole 6. Nobody picks up, like nobody. At this point, we're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And they're like, call again. So I go back again and I start calling from the list. I think when I started again, the first person I called picked up. I was like, hello? And I kid you not, the way he answered that hello, this guy was definitely sleeping. It was sound asleep, like his brother was sleeping. Now, I'm not bashing him. I've done night shift before. I know that it's hard. Me, I know that it's difficult. So I'm not here to be like, why were you sleeping now? Me, I've done night shift. I know that it's hard. So if you want to sleep, no wahala. But shall you pick my call? And it's like, what is happening? What is going on? And I said, oh, we have an emergency. My friend is not feeling fine. And then he proceeds to ask other question. Is she breathing? Is she not breathing? Is she conscious? Is she not conscious? And, so I provide all those details. And then he asks, so where are you guys? So I provided our address, like our location. And he says, it's foul. Okay. I now said, oh, sorry, sir. Is there any other one that's supposed to be close to us we're supposed to call? He said, no, this is the only one. Okay. I said, okay. Then he said, and I said, okay, sir, so what's the process? What can we do? He now said, okay, that what the process is, he will send me their account number, that the service is 70,000 naira. He will send me the account number. And then once I get it, I'll transfer them the money. And then once they get the alert, they will now dispatch the ambulance. And I'm like, wait, what? Brother, This is a life and death situation. We cannot be going through all this process. Like somebody is literally needing our help. Somebody's literally dying. You're telling me to be doing. I said, I was like, sir, like, is there no other way? Because this will take a long time. Especially Nigerian network that is always doing feko. Like I was in Nigeria for 2 weeks. My NIN was not working because the service was down. Yeah, 2 weeks. It did not work. Like throughout, like it did not work. Why? After 2 weeks, that's when it started working. So I'm not trusting Nigerian services, right? But like all this process is like it's too long. So at this point, I kind of knew that ambulance might not be our best suggestion. So I said, okay, sir, do you have a list of hospitals that are close to us that we can easily access? So maybe if you know one that is close to us, we'll figure out a way, even if it's to go and knock in neighbors' door to carry us there. But at least we'll go somewhere, right? And I said, no, that he does not know. And I said, don't you have resources or something? He said, resources, care. He said, resources. So that resources that I should Google it. I said, oh, I'm Googling. I said, okay, cool, no problem, sir. I think at this point, the call got disconnected. And we even tried to call him back. No, they were not picking. They did not pick our call again. Anyways, no problem. So at this point, my friend was actually feeling better. One of my friend's mom is a nurse, and she was helping us on the phone by telling us what to do. And what she was suggesting was really working for my friend. So at that point, she was calming down. She was a bit okay. Her face was coming back. Like we were like, we were fine. No, she was doing better. So we assessed that she'll be able to stay for the night, and then we can rush her to the hospital the next day. Even when I was just in this brother, the ambulance brother, about what was going on, the way he was when hearing the story was very funny. He was like, "Oh, really? Wow!" Like it was like he was hearing gists, and I'm like, "Sir, I'm not here to gist you. I'm here because somebody needs your help." But no, it was really sad. Like the service is available, but it's not accessible. Let's not even talk about the money. The reason I'm not bashing the 70,000 naira is because even in Canada, ambulance service is not free. Like we have to pay 300 and something dollars for ambulance normally. So I'm not even saying, oh, it's so expensive. Rather, the money is a problem. Let's not say it's not cheap. 70,000 is a lot of money. But let's even put that aside. Like all those other, even if you had the money, all those processes, like why? The difference between Nigeria and Canada, I'm not trying to compare both of them because obviously I don't think you can compare. They are different countries totally. But at least in Canada, they will go through everything. They will dispatch the people, go through everything. And then after like 2, 3 weeks or a month, you will get invoice in your mailbox saying you're owing so and so money, right? But they're not telling you to pay and receive alerts because it's life and death. Nobody's in there. Like people are shaking. Nobody has time to be doing all those things for you, right? Anyways, that's how the brother hung up on us. The call ended, and we called back. This brother did not pick our call again. My sister was even saying maybe they were scammers. But I'm like, but I saw them in the Google website. Will they scam and reach there? But see, it's Nigeria. You don't put anything past them. Thankfully, my friend was fine. After everything happened that night, we now went back to bed. And I remember, like, all these things that were happening, I didn't really think about it at first. When it actually started to get to me was when I laid down and all the adrenaline, it's adrenaline, yes, all the adrenaline had calmed down, and I was just on my bed, and I swear a sudden sadness just came over me. Like I was really sad. And why was I sad? Because I have a family in Nigeria. I have friends in Nigeria. Like I know I have people, even the people I don't know in Nigeria. It doesn't even matter. Everyone's a human being. If they need emergency services, I cannot trust Nigeria to be reliable to provide our services to them. Imagine it was actually worse than it was for my friend. There was no hope for her. Like it was so sad. Like I was really sad. That was when it just came over me, and I'm like, wait, what? I was really brokenhearted because I could not trust on an emergency public service to be there for I or my family or my friends or even just human beings when we needed it. It was really disheartening, and I just hope that they figure something out because it was not the best situation to be in. They just need to do something about that situation because it was really, really terrifying. It was scary, and just not having support when you needed it was very heartbreaking. Was really, really heartbreaking. I'm just grateful to God that everything was okay. she's doing fine, she's doing awesome, she's back on her 2 feet by now, so everything is good. But it was an eye-opening experience, and I don't wish it on anybody. I don't wish it on anybody because it was not a fun experience at all. But yeah, that's the story time, guys. I just wanted to share this story to you guys, this quick story, so that in case I'll pray you don't have to use ambulance in Nigeria, but maybe you might have to think about something else, because the ambulance might not be the best thing for you. And as I said, a service can be available, but it's not accessible. So we need services that are available and accessible, because that's how people or the public servants can access those services, right? It's not just by saying we have ambulance in Nigeria. No, we have an ambulance that works, and when it's needed, people can use it with ease. Not a service that has numerous barriers and the normal people cannot even access those services. So anyways, that's the end of my story time. Thank you so much for watching this mini story time, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye. Let me finish my juice. Tell me you're recording. Okay.